Hello, everybody, and welcome to a deck profile of my new deck. I'll do two more after this one. I'll probably do Asha and Witches for Shadow Paladin. So first up, we're gonna run. So let's turn this up here, just like this. It'll be easier for the deck review. So first, starter or Chrono Tigar. Chrono Tigar is like one of the best starters, I believe. Chrono Tiger, the deck used to run TikTok Worker, but this I feel like puts more of an advantage. Its skill reads, Counterblast 1, put this unit into your soul. When your opponent's rear guard is put into his or her deck during your turn, if you have Vanguard with Chronofang in its name, pay the cost. If you do, choose a face up card in your mind zone, call to rear, and that unit gets plus 4,000. So it's good for that. Like when you have Chronofang out, like Chronofang Rebellion, the usual combo is you have Chronofang Rebellion. You can use him earlier, but what I do is I have Chronofang Rebellion, him, time leap into using Time Break Dragon, grade 0, Water effect, draw to put one back to deck, and Danish. And then Danish back something, Counterblast 1, put this into Soul, attack with Nani. Nani goes back to Mind Zone, Soul Blast 1, call Nani. It's just Spice Little combo. Then, running 4 Night Barking Gear Tabby. This card is just simply one of the best combo rangers. Pretty much, you can Melum into this thing. If I had Melums, I would I would play Melum. What you do is, with Melum, you'd attack while Chronofang Rebellion's on the field. Pop this thing out, attack with the Chronofang Rebellion, bind it, put it to Soul, draw a card. Yeah, so this effect reads, put this card into your Soul. This is placed on bind zone from rear guard. So it's not when you attack, it's when it's put from bind zone to rear guard. So that's a really cool feature. So let's just separate those, put them up there. Next, 2 crit, 2 more crit, so that's 6 crit in the deck. 2 stands because 4 stands clogs. The stand is pretty much the best stand in Gears, I think. When it's put from rear guard to bind zone, draw 2 cards, put one from your when it's put in rear guard to bind zone, put it on the bottom of your deck. So it's instant recycle, which is amazing. And so you can draw 2 cards, put one card from your hand back to the deck. Then we are running 4 Lucky Pot Draco Kids. And Lucky Pot is put it in Soul, gain 3k. It's just kind of a soul charge for, that early Chronofang Rebellion play. It hits them off good. Oh, so those cards aside. VMAX and Ezra, I pulled them earlier. Good pulls. So we're just going to take these cards, put them aside. Oh, also 4 heals. 4 heals I don't have to explain, because, we read 4 heals every deck. Okay. So, grade 1s, 3, Emmenbara. Emmenbara's skill is, when it's in the bind zone, you can counterblast 1 if you have Vanguard with Chronofang in its name. You can call it to, you can call it to rear guard from bind zone. Then you may choose one of your opponent's rear guards. If you do, your opponent returns that unit to his or her deck and searches for a -1 grade. So it's pretty much, you can keep calling from bind zone. You can run Danish over this thing, to be honest, because it's counterblast. I mean, Danish isn't a counterblast, but you have Time Leap it, which is semi-hard in this deck. Next, 2 Steam Breaths. I would run more, but it seems that you just always seem to ride Steam Breath, and that gets really fucking annoying when you try to ride Imbara. Okay. 2 Danish for field control, just in case they have that spicy Thavos plays with that stupid grade 2s. You just fucking pop one of those, buds out, just take them out. 2 perfs. I don't run Arlem because I like to just have a normal perf. I don't know. Repel Circuit's nice. And then 2 Quints. This Quint is amazing for Chronofang Tiger. It just binds crap really fast. 1 Lawson Bell. 1 GG. 1 Time Break. Time Break is pretty much once placed on rigor from hand, time leap something. She is a draw stall just in case you get frigged up by your draws. So we're just gonna pick up all the cards here fast. That is the grade 1 lineup. It's a decent lineup. If you guys want, I actually will be doing a Witches review for Shadow Paladins. It's a deck I'm going to get soon, and I just want to know if you guys would be interested in seeing that. Next, we have 4 Steam Tamer Nani. Nani Sore. That was pretty cringy. Pretty much Nani's skill is the finisher. It's during your turn, if you have a card with Chronofang in its name, this gets plus 1,000 for each card in your bind zone, which is really fucking powerful late game. Bind zone, Soul Blast 1, GB 1 at the end of the battle that you're grade 4 vanguard with Chronofang in its name attack. So you can have Warp Drive on and still attack because it has Chronofang in its name. You pick us if you do, call it to rearguard circle. So you can call it to rearguard circle. So what you do is you attack with Rebellion. And let's say no cards have 5 damage, and you're 5 damage, you don't have cards in hand. If I can Soul Blast 1, pop him out, attack, for, let's say 15 cards, 15k, which is really good. Next, we're running 2 History Makers. History Makers is the Time Leap of the deck, so you don't often Counterblast a lot in this deck, so it's just a nice spicy tech in to waste your Counterblast. You can switch them out for upstreams. I just don't like playing upstream because it's too rush heavy, and I don't like that. I run 2 Shakusa. Gotta check the Shakusa. Run 2 Shakusa. Its effect is choose one of your other rearguards, bind face up, which is really good GB1. When this is placed on rearguard, if you have Vanguard with Chronofang, it gains boost. So you just pop this thing behind Rebellion, bind something, get that extra bind for turn. Time Leap. It's not bad. Next. 3 Mudar. Mudar used to be the ace card of this deck before all the new stuff in Gears of Fate came out. Its effect reads, in a bind zone, its first effect is in the bind zone, Soul Blast 1, call this unit to rearguard, and this unit gets plus 2,000 until end of turn. Time Leap, on rearguard circle, GB1, bind this unit face up. When this unit attack hits a vanguard, you pay the cost if you do Soul Charge 1, choose one of your other rearguards, Time Leap it. It's a really good combo, like, let's say you time break Danish into this, attack, and then hit that time break with it, go into History Maker, and then History Maker like this, or like another grade 2 in the field, go into Chronofang G, and just use Chronofang G to bind the History Maker. That's like 4 cards in bind. And it counters your entire like time leap, so you don't have to undo it, which is really nice. Grade 3s, you're on the Obvi 4 Chronofang Tigers. 4 Chronofang Tigers. Its first effect is while you're paying the cost for G Stride, so it's GB2, you may have the cards you discard from your hand get plus 3 grade. If you do, bind those cards face up. I don't know, but I think you can do it with multiple cards because I did it in a tournament once and the judge let me. And its second skill is choose a card from here and bind face up. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, pay cost if you do, choose one of your opponent's rearguards. Your opponent returns that unit to his or her deck, searches it for minus 2 grade. So, it's usually a starter shuffler. You just, because they usually don't have good stuff out early. So, you just shove their starter back into their deck. That's what I use it for. And then I run 4 Chronofang Gs. Its effect is pretty much GB1, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your other rearguards, bind it face up. At the end of your battle, when this unit attacks, pick us if you do, choose one of your opponent's rearguards in the same column and put it to the bottom of the deck. So that is the grade 3s, grade 2s. It's time to get on to the Stride deck. The Stride deck, I think, is like the best part about this deck. So we're just gonna... Okay, Stride deck. Here, Pokemon sleeves, nice. Stride deck, we're running 2 Pandora Chimera. Pandora Chimera's skill reads, Counterblast 1 this unit is placed on Guardian Circle. Pay cost if you do, choose one of your opponent's units in the back row, and it puts it on the bottom of his deck. So, it's a little better than fucking Chrono Jets 1, which is Head Around, which is Soul Blast 1. They put anything to the bottom of the deck, and they can call one off top. You can get like really butt screwed with that, but this, I feel like it's a lot better. I run two Rafana because you seem to have a lot of Grade Zeros on the field with this deck. I don't feel like if that's my playstyle, I just think it's how the deck works. Next, two Wang Long. Wang Long's skill is pretty much counterblast 1 at the end of the battle. This unit attack to choose a grade 1 or greater face up in bind zone. Call it to your guard or put it in your hand. Yeah. I barely go into it. It's either your first stride or you don't stride into it. That's what the basis is. Unless you really need to defend next turn, you grab that perf inside there, then it's the only reason. One Ergos. If you really want, you can switch one Huanglong for one Ergos. I just like it this way because I usually stride into Ergos first, go for that early tech hit. Its effect is bind the top card of your deck face up. When this unit attack hits a vanguard, you pick out if you do. Choose up to one card from your bind zone and put it into your hand, and choose a card from your hand to put in your bind zone. So it's just it's this, but without a counterblast, and you get an extra bind. Just have the way I like it. So next, two warp drives. If you don't ride the Chronofang Tiger like the normal one, if you're on the G, then you have to stride into this. Because I'll tell you why. If you stride into any of these, you're going to get clogged. You need to time leap. You need to make as much attacks as possible in the small amount of time. You need to really rush them, hope for that Chronofang draw. So you need GG out. You need to get GG. The GG Soul Blast 2 draw 1. You need it. Next, I run two warp drives. People bump this up to 3 and just remove 1 and 1. To bump this up to 4. I don't like it. I run it 2 because I always seem to stride to it once. It has an amazing effect. Its effect is counterblast 2, Soul Blast 1, which is a high cost, but wait. Choose a face down card to your G zone, interdimensional dragon, bind time dragon. From G zone, turn face up. When this unit attacks, you pay cost if you do. Choose one of your rear guards, bind them face up. So that's instantly good. Oh, sorry, is it rear guards? Yeah, it is. Has an S. And it gets 10 counter credit. And for each card in your bind zone, your opponent chooses rear guard, puts on the bottom of the deck without any call. And then if you have a Gear Beast heart, so Chronofang has a Gear Beast, then unflip 2, Soul Charge 2, so it's a +1, which is fucking ridiculous. Next, we're running 4 of the new support card, Chronofang Rebellion. This card is the ace of the deck. This card wins this deck's games. Its effect reads Soul Blast 1. Choose a face down card in your G zone named Chronofang Rebellion. From your G zone, turn face up. Choose a card from your hand and rear guards and bind them. So bind 5 rear guards, 1 from your hand, 6+. When this unit attacks, if you have a heart with Chronofang its name, this unit gets +1 drive, +1 crit. And it gets its first effect reads, it gets plus 5,000 for every 2 cards in bind zone. It really pushes the limits of cards. And then that's special attacking 1 breeze. So this deck is decent. I've been playing it for a while, and I think the deck's been functioning pretty damn well for me. If you guys like this thing, please like, subscribe. I'll do some more deck profiles. Thanks, guys. See ya.